Hey guys, welcome back. So this is attempt number, I don't know, I lost count, to read Cup of Joe Part 2. This is the continuation, obviously, of Cup of Joe Part 1. If you have not seen that video, I will leave a link for it down in the description below, and you can go over and check it out. So, that being said, spoiler alert if you haven't read the first one. And let's get started. As I stood up from the wreckage, my body dashed into bits. The humming faded in and out intermittently. Above it, all I could hear was the screaming of the people around me on the streets. They shouted at my body and pried at the doors of the car I had landed upon. Unable to make any progress as the child in the back seat drew his last few fearful breaths. I could see the look in his eyes from where I was standing. And I've never even imagined such unadulterated fear and pain. Wait, is that my coffee cup? Damn it. Anyways, his mother had died on impact. I came down pretty much right on top of her. Crushed the entire roof of the car, pinning her son in place with a laceration just above the knee and through a primary artery. Mom's head was gone. Just out and out, was no more. It was horrifying even for me to see, and I was already dead. The boy, though, he just screamed, louder than anyone else at the scene. For a time, anyway. As he bled out, the tones got softer. He drifted almost off to sleep. It was creepy and shocking, and it made me wonder why I was here watching. Not just why, though. It made me wonder more than anything else how I was still here watching. The humming noise was still echoing louder and louder in my head. It began to drown out other sounds more and more as the boy fell further into the grips of death's cold, bony hand. Shouldn't stare too long at it. Those things tend to linger if you let 'em. A voice with a thick British accent echoed from behind me. It wasn't loud, but it was very clear. I could even make it out clearly over the shouts and disarray of the people around me. So what were you? I was a musician before. Jumped out of me personal jet, took the whole band and 2/3 of the flight crew with me at the time. Awful sight that was. The voice continued, very nonchalant. The humming was fading now, as I turned to face my newfound acquaintance. He was a tall and wiry fellow, very much what I expected from the way he sounded. He had on tight black leather pants that were a bit tattered from wear. Well, broken in, one might say. A leather vest with tassels at the end and a sort of pseudo-Native American styling, and a long, sandy blonde hair just down past his shoulders. A few tattoos were scattered across his body, but they were all at least partially covered. I could clearly make out a dragon on the left side of his rib cage, but that was about all I could see with certainty. He had a very relaxed demeanor to his stance, and the people running around the scene seemed to pass right through him as he carelessly raised his hand from time to time, taking a drag off of an eternally burning cigarette. Call me Davis, mate. I imagine you're a bit confused as to what you're doing here, right? Davis didn't have a harsh element to be noticed at all. With a genuine curiosity for the situation at hand, and, it seemed, a genuine desire to help. I tried desperately to muster some words together. I mean, this was what I do. How was it I couldn't seem to gather even the simplest of utterances? Desperate as I was, the air just wasn't coming. The sounds weren't starting. I couldn't begin to communicate, and it was as though my entire body was forcing upon me this nightmare. Don't worry about it. Take some time to get used to the new digs, love. Just relax. When you get the notion to say something worthwhile, you'll figure it out. We're all pretty confused at first. I mean, fuck. I jumped out of a goddamn plane after the best show of me life, and then drowned myself, for fuck's sake. For fucking what? It's all good, though. Once you get it straightened, it's not bad. He was a very animated speaker, flailing his arms about and, in the end, reaching out and resting his hands on my shoulders as if to console me. He might not have been the sort of folk that I would normally hang out with, but damn it if he wasn't being just as useful as hell right now. Big bag of cliches as he may have been, I was at least beginning to see some purpose to my death. I mean, not a clear purpose, but really more that there was purpose, which was a lot better than what I had been working with. That is Cup of Joe Part 2. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will as well tune in for Cup of Joe Part 3. probably tomorrow. I'm trying to at least keep motivated to creating this stuff. So thank you very much for your time. As always, thank you so much for your viewership. Remember to like, share, subscribe. There's a little bell you have to click to actually get the notifications. And, you know, if you do that, you'll be able to keep up with everything I post, which, you know, will be middling, fair to middling. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed part 2. Part 3 is coming soon. I hope whatever time of day it is, it's a beautiful time of day for you. Much love, guys. Take care.